Good morning, I'm Jillian Andrews. It's Women's History Month, and on this edition of the Pizza Files, we celebrate the women who have worked behind the scenes to shed light on the region's most famous dish. I had the chance to speak with the sister duo running Zuppardi's in West Haven. Take a look.
I love being a woman in pizza.
Sisters Cheryl Zuppardi Pierce and Lori Zuppardi are the co-owners of Zuppardi's Apizza. The rich history of the famous spot dates back to a bakery opened by the sisters' grandfather, Dominic Zuppardi. And that was then taken over by their father, Anthony Zuppardi, who phased out bread to focus on pizza in the 1940s.
Because the pizza was the biggest thing going. We lived above the restaurant, so we were always a part of this restaurant.
Today, the pair is in charge of the entire operation, helping to serve customers at the pickup counter or rolling out dough in the kitchen, crediting their success not only to their father, but also the women role models that came before them.
We were surrounded. My sister and I were surrounded by strong women, starting with my grandmother, who I swear her fingertips were like cut short because of constantly working. Then came my mother. My mother would take care of the house upstairs, come downstairs, work until closing. So it was a way of life.
Women working behind the scenes is a common theme when it comes to the history of pizza.
A lot of these pizzerias that we're familiar with, like Sally's and Pepe's, they were actually started by a woman. Sally's mom, Salvatore Consiglio, his mom started Sally's. And in Frank Pepe's situation, it was Frank and Philomena Pepe. In the Zuppardi's family story, you do have a male figure that started the business, but his wife was part of the business. This daughter-in-law was part of the business. The grandchildren are part of the business. The great-grandchildren are part of the business. Tell me a family business that doesn't have women involved.
The sisters have stayed true to the original family recipes, down to the most simple ingredients.
And we kept it the same. It was always whole milk mozzarella. Buy those 60-pound wheels imported from Italy for the Pecorino Romano, grate them every week.
Freshness of those ingredients standing out in every pie that leaves the oven.
My dad always used to totally drum into our heads. The last bite has to be as good as the first bite.
Maybe the only change in the past few decades, increased customer demand for the favorites.
Sausage is phenomenal. We used to make, when my dad was alive, maybe 60 pounds every other week. I can honestly say I'm making between 400 to 800 pounds a week now.
And the business has grown, including wholesale, a pizza truck, and a slice shop, keeping all ventures within the family.
So it's not like we've just started these little businesses and then walked away. We always have a familiar face.
Lori and Cheryl passing all they've learned to their own daughters.
They know how to work hard and they're proud of who they are, and that just ties in my feelings about women in business.
And to learn more about New Haven-style pizza and all the local spots serving it, you can visit thepizzafiles.com. For Connecticut's Morning Buzz, I'm Jillian Andrews.